You what?
Not good now. We're good to go otherwise.
All right, good evening and welcome to the December 5th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome. We have no public hearings this evening. Any announcements from the board? Dwayne, anything?
Nothing.
I'm
Gary?
good. Nope.
John?
Nope.
Additions or deletions to the agenda, I think we're all set there. We do have an appointment, Adam Goad, okay, who is the director of the Massabesic Adult Education Program. He's going to give us a brief overview of what the program is. You hear him all right, Dave?
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening. Thanks so much for having me. My name is Adam Goad. I'm the director of the Adult Education Program for the Massabesic school system. One of the things I'm doing this year is going around to each town within the RC 57 community and making sure that they are aware of what we have to offer them. So most folks think of the Adult Education Program as the place you go to get your GED. That is true. But we also offer a wide variety of other services, a lot of them career-based. So we do like resume writing, interview skills, even for folks who don't necessarily know how to apply for a job. A lot of that's online, pretty much exclusively these days. That can be a challenge for some people. So we work with everyone who comes through our doors seeking to find a way to maybe better their circumstance, whether it's through education or workforce training. We of course have the kind of quality of life programming, such as painting. We have a really robust pickleball group that I think has migrated from the place, the town office here to the East Gym for the winter. I'm sure they'll be back in the spring. And we're really quite proud of that. We're approaching having served 1,000 individuals this calendar year in the enrichment setting. The last thing I'd like to share is kind of goes back to the workforce piece. One thing that I think is not as widely known about adult education is that we do offer a lot of, through third-party providers, workforce certification. So we can help someone take a class in HVAC repair or installation. We can set them up with an apprenticeship to work with an electrician. We have connections with the shipyard in Kittery. There are a lot of things that we can do for folks who are local and local businesses as well to try to upskill their employee base. So I just wanted to come out and say hello, let you know we're right down the road, and I thank you very much for your time.
Okay, questions? Anybody?
Well, how do you find, we were discussing earlier the lack of workforce out there.
Yes.
And what are you seeing?
So what we try to do is we work really closely with the high school to try to catch those graduating seniors who, not necessarily, the seniors leaving the high school are either going to college or know that they're going into the workforce or a trade school, but there's a large chunk of them that don't necessarily have any concrete plans, and that's the population that we try to reach to provide some guidance before they leave and kind of, we don't really get the opportunity to work with them again. Right. If I can share a success story, we had an individual who graduated with us recently who was interviewing today for a job at a like machining, local machining place, without giving too much away, that required a high school credential that he did not possess until fairly recently. So we were able to help him with the application, help him with interview skills. So I think the not necessarily the answer, but a answer is to look at the folks who maybe live in our area who maybe don't have the skills or credentials today, but that
have the will to learn, and the desire to kind of put themselves in a better situation, and we work with those folks to set them up. So there's a lot of people like that around who just don't necessarily know how to get started.
Yeah.
And that's the individual we try to reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Appreciate the overview, and we certainly have stimulated our thought process here, so. All right, public comments, Ted or Ellen? No. Okay, correspondence, we do have the financial reports, motor vehicle report, the Saco River Corridor Commission, Waterboro quarterly report on the water samples, I think, from Ospey River, Lake Arrowhead, I believe Ospey Lake are all included in that. And also the Waterboro Public Library winter newsletter. If anybody has an interest in any of those reports, you can either find them on the website or under the Selectmen's packet, or give us a call here and we'll make sure that you get a copy. Selectmen's reports. John, anything?
No, sir.
Gary?
I do not have anything.
Dwayne?
Planning board meeting tomorrow night, which you probably will cover, but it's been canceled, correct?
Yep.
And the ZBA, we have a ZBA hearing on Thursday night at 6:30, so. Other than that, I haven't got.
And I'm all set as well, so Matt, we'll pass the gavel to you.
Okay, just a few things. As you all know, I'm assuming you saw the email, but we have offered and received an acceptance letter from Amber St. Hours for the Deputy Treasurer's position. Amber brings 18 years of municipal experience to Waterboro. Ranges from taxation, clerk, motor vehicle services, office manager for the city of Biddeford. Really large, fast-paced environment, eager to learn, seems to be well organized, and right now she is slated to start with us on January 2nd.
Who's going to be able to get her into that, show her into that position?
Yeah, so we're working, the next part is Fred Holt will continue to work with her.
Oh, good, okay.
Fred Holt's actually working on our checking right now, but he's going to work with her. We're getting her set up with some of the online trio programs. It'll be a small learning curve, but
Yeah.
we're optimistic that she's a quick learner on things that she hasn't tackled before. But we're encouraged with her enthusiasm and some of the skill sets that she had.
Great.
But with that, Fred also works on our balancing of our books. As of yesterday, he was up to July of 2023 in the reconciliations. He has found multiple data entry errors, but he's been correcting them as needed moving forward. We'll keep you up to date with the progress.
Does that get us any closer to working with the auditor?
Yeah, we got to finish 6 months of check recs.
Okay.
So our goal is once we get her on board, we'll start being able to work on the GL more, and that will free up Laura so that we can start spreading out some of that other work too. But getting the rest of the journal entries posted and getting her up to speed. I'd like to get a hold of Karen and Ron, and at some point I'd like to just see if we can get them in here as consultants that they are, to get them to help us with this, because we'd like to expedite that process for the audit. Because we need that as soon as we can get it.
Okay.
I don't want to take Jason's glory, but he did have Old Alfred Road repaired for the shoulders. Thank you. For those that haven't heard, we had a complaint regarding some training and some safety hazards at the transfer facility. I have asked Captain Mike Frazier from the fire department to assist with our Maine Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor Safety, safety compliance for all departments. This involves the creation of written programs, postings, and annual training. Some of the programs that we've used at the fire department will be easily recreated. We had a lot of them already for public works that we've drafted, and it's gonna be a time-consuming project. Once we get through it, moving forward, it's annual maintenance of that program, but we'll be utilizing the Maine Municipal Association Online University and other platforms as well, but just so everybody knows, this training is not optional, we have to do it, and it's been required for all employees. The FD and Water District worked to assist with the ice rink this past weekend. I think they pumped just over 12,000 gallons of water to fill it. And lastly, just for food for thought to think about, we can revisit this, but we have remaining funds that will be available from ARPA. A couple of thoughts of projects that I think was beneficial. I know we've talked about them before, and I think he mentioned one tonight, was pickleball. A couple of pickleball courts at Friendship Park, and also LED sign for town hall and library for public information. We're finding the need to really get information out. We're limited on our resources. We have asked, Jason, I met with the sign shop and asked him to give us an estimate for what it would cost, very similar to one at the fire station now.
Yeah.
But so that we could program them all and they could populate for here and the library and hit some of the traffic coming into town from when they're working at night, but I think that will help us.
Yeah, definitely.
Storm closures, things going on in town, but
Will those funds dry up if we don't use them?
we're going to need to allocate very shortly
Yeah.
for those funds. And I think with the public information, we need to look at the language of that, but I think the signs, we need to finesse it and look and see what to make it work. But
Yeah.
and I think that the pickleball courts will certainly fit within the criteria, but there is a huge following for pickleball. I think, in the grand scheme of things, I think having, I mentioned to Selectman Woodson the other day, is that to give the option for some of the folks who are using it down at Friendship Park, a covered pavilion of some sort, that, the lighting's an issue out here. The issue with the pickleball is we can't just put poles of lights in the middle, and if the lights aren't strategically located, they're gonna blind somebody. So if Ted's playing pickleball, he's not gonna be able to see the ball coming. And
It has to come from above.
you're coming
Yeah.
above, and so we had the electrician come out and looked at it with us, but if we had a covered roof, it might be a facility that we can use that, I know Dave has worked hard in the summer months for the concerts in the park. A lot of them got canceled because of rain.
Right.
But it might be an opportunity that if people can sit under that, maybe they still have their concerts.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an option for having ice skating in the winter months as well, if we do it right. But just a thought.
No, that's
So,
good.
Just think about that, maybe we can revisit it.
Just, I don't want to go into too much detail, but we're still, the historical society, Taylor House crew is still having a major issue with the blacksmith. And he gave them quite a hard time about filling the pool over there the other day. And there's still quite an issue over there as far as what they've asked him to do, so.
And lastly, if you're receptive to it, inviting, along with what Dwayne said, is Victor Wright, the president of the Historical Society, to the December 19th meeting for a workshop at 5:30.
I'm all
Good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
And I've already talked to him and confirmed that he's available. I was just going to tell him if you guys were good with it, but shoot for 5:30 if that's enough time, and discussion to look at the options of.
Excuse me, I have scheduled a interview for a committee member that I rescheduled from this time because of the workshop to next meeting for 5:45.
Okay.
So bring him in at 5,
Yeah.
bring him in at 5.
Victor, you mean?
No, the applicant, bring the applicant in at 5 for an
I can
interview.
ask.
They've already been scheduled though?
This has been rescheduled. They were for this meeting, but we rescheduled because of the workshop.
So I can talk to
Yeah.
Victor, see if he can do earlier than 5:30, but.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way, one of them can,
right, we could see, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Matt?
That's it.
All right, let's move on to new business. Discuss a vote on signing a state application to sell used cars for a current repair shop at 1110 Main Street, and that is Method.
Dick Gagnon's old garage.
Yeah,
No, down in the S-curves?
Norman Method.
What was,
And evidently, we have to,
what was the golf cart?
Right.
yeah, ABO. And my understanding is that a municipal officer has to sign this.
Yes.
Mike is missing.
Yes, there's
But-
only one, it says there's only one signature, it says municipal officer.
Okay. So, what is your,
Well, the question is, how many cars can he have and should it be numbered? I guess because there's 5 or 6 apartment buildings down there and there's just so much parking.
They park out back, I believe.
Well, there's a welding shop out back there too. So,
I know
there
Brian.
was, I don't know if the guy's still there or
But
not.
this is just for an application anyways, right?
right, this is for the application,
To submit to the state, right?
right. So this is the building code, zoning, and land use regulatory ordinance clearance. So as required by the Secretary of State, the above named applicant at the location shown is in compliance with all local building, da-da-da-da. Traditional dealer license types as they pertain.
My guess is, from what that's saying, is he's applying for a dealer plate.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. And we've, to be perfectly honest with you, I think this is the first time that it's come to the board, because it says a signature of authorized city, town official, not necessarily
Code
the
enforcement.
CEO.
Well,
And I don't know if that's a recent change or what.
is
Yeah.
that something that Matt can sign, or do we want the board to okay the chair of the selectmen to sign it?
I thought Mike told me that the board had to sign it, or somebody from the board had to sign it.
Well, it says specifically authorized city/town official.
Right.
So
And
there's
Matt would
only
be the town
5,
official.
No.
there's only 5 officials.
Yeah, so the only,
Okay.
the only ones by, are the officials can either be elected or.
So I'll make a motion that the chair sign the,
I'll second that, yeah, makes sense,
that gets us off the hook.
yeah.
Any other questions?
You okay with that, Dennis?
All those in favor? Opposed?
I think the dealer plates, you've gotta be on a state or a state aid road
Yeah.
in order to have dealer plates. We went through that with one up on the West Road at one point.
Waterman.
Yes.
And if anybody recognizes Norman Method, he's the one that had Method Buick years and years ago.
Oh, really?
In
In Bedford.
Route 5, Route 1 in Bedford.
Yeah.
So. All right, so all those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Motion carries.
If anybody's going by, it looks like he's cleaned the place up
Yeah,
considerably.
yeah.
You're good.
Discuss vote to appointing a member to the ZBA.
I think we wanna postpone that.
Well, why don't we do it pending a resignation?
Well, we don't have it yet, so, and from what I can gather, he'll be here to run the meeting Thursday night, so I don't know that we want to
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so let's
We have
just
not received,
roll it until the next meeting.
Okay,
I don't want to get in a mess, but we don't have one yet. We don't have an opening.
right, we thought we were gonna get a
Yeah.
resignation.
We thought he was doing, yeah.
Right. Okay, so we'll move that to the next meeting. Discuss vote on reappointing Marina Gagne as Registrar of Voters and Nancy St.Amand as her deputy.
So moved.
Second that.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss vote on renewal of the bingo application for the Massabesic Lions Club.
So moved.
No, second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Discuss vote on setting a public hearing date for the new liquor license of El Tequila.
Tequila.
So why couldn't we do that in 2 weeks? Do we have time to advertise it?
We have time. Mike thought that the wording on whatever that he was showing, can't remember if that was do you know what that was?
You want me to go get
He
him?
showed it to you. Do you have it, Matt?
He
It
was
says
looking at the
may,
pub-
that you may have a.
Yeah, he was talking about the hearing being May.
Yeah, it says you may have a public hearing, it doesn't say you have to have one. And so he was
Well,
thinking.
And I don't want to speak for Mike.
No, right.
Mike, but however, his comment was is that the board recently approved a liquor license for the Five Ponds just a few months before they closed up. Same location, and this El Tequila restaurant is trying to reopen at that location for a restaurant, Mexican restaurant.
But it's a new liquor
It's a new
license.
business,
It's a new
new
one tonight.
liquor
Yeah.
license.
We
So-
don't usually have a public hearing unless we've had trouble, but any new ones we always have, so.
Yeah, but I mean, we've just had a precedent, in a new liquor license, we will have a public hearing.
Okay.
So is that, I think that he's looking to open on 12/31, I think, so our approval on the 19th.
I'm just gonna add it to our already, I'll call Kerry and add it to the already existing,
Okay,
I'll add the wording to the already existing public hearing.
All right.
ad. For the 19th,
for the 19th, yeah.
yeah.
Discuss vote on the renewal of games of chance for license for the Waterboro Eagles.
With no complaints, I'll make a motion to renew the Games of Chance license for the Waterboro Eagles.
I'll second that.
Okay, and that includes a whole gamut, I think, of
Different things.
different things. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. We have no old business. Discuss vote on approval of the minutes of November 21st
Yeah, so
meeting.
moved. Second that.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Pending decisions, you're gonna work the issue with, that's gonna be presented to the budget committee, right?
Yep.
Relative to the potential building. Discussion of agenda items for next week? Anything?
You have that interview and the workshop, don't forget.
Right. And the two public hearings, right?
Yep, two public hearings.
One for the zoning ordinance and one for the liquor license.
Yes.
Okay, items needing signature, state application for 1110 Main Street. I guess I'm gonna sign that. Massabesic Lions bingo application and the Eagles games of chance application. And if there's no other business, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Somebody want to second that?
Second,
Oh, you want to stay all night?
All of them there.
All those in favor? Thank you and good night.